Hello everyone, it's George and welcome back to Call of Dragons. As dedicated free-to-play player who played this game for more than 600 days, I'm excited to share some insider tips and tricks with you. Stick around and let's dive in. Finally, Dragonfall is here and everybody's excited. We are going to have a lot of fun in new KVK. New KVK means new fights, new KVK means new features of this season. New KVK means new quests and a lot of new policies, right? In today's video, we are going to discuss one of the most important aspects of the game if it comes to fighting, of course, policies, right? Because policies has a big correlation towards fighting, because if you don't know how to upgrade your policies, you will be late in terms of troop count, in terms of your hospital, elixir production, and a lot of other stuff, right? Here, as always, whenever new season comes, new policies are around, and we are going to discuss every single different and how you are going to, in general, move through the policy section without any problems, right? The big difference for the early game is that whenever you are starting the policies, you already have a choice, right? You either gonna update and upgrade the chain of command, spread of the word, or wellspring of vigor, right? First one gives us SP recovery speed, second one prestige gained, and stamina limit bonus, right? For example, for myself, if you are fighter, if you are going to fight in this KVK, I would advise you to go for wellspring of vigor, because you would like to have stamina on your heroes, and not only on your heroes but on your war pets also, right? Of course, as always, you want to fight with your best heroes, and generally, if you are always fighting, stamina is actually quite a big problem, right? So that's why, in my opinion, if you are going for the fighting playstyle, wellspring of vigor, if you want to farm darklings, if you want to farm forts, and you generally don't want to fight a match in this KVK, then chain of command can be fine, right? And the prestige gained, well, actually, if it had a different section for prestige gained, it would be great. But if we're gonna compare the prestige gain to these two, I think this is the worst one, right? And for early game, medical supplies and medical recruitment can be enacted and upgraded separately, which means we won't gonna have any more choices. Then we are having resource healing cost, and that's actually quite important policy, because resource healing got buffed every single KVK, and I'm pretty sure a lot of players are going to use the resource healing, especially fighters, right? Then the new policy voices or in unison, right? Increases the percentage of fellowship points converted into fellowship XP. Fellowship is generally the newest feature of this Dragonfall KVK, and of course in later videos we are going to speak more regarding the fellowship section. Then one of the most important policies for early game especially, that's the military expansion. I would recommend every single one of you to give the full focus on military expansion, because it will give us the more troop capacity, which means we're gonna fight with large amount of troops in our legions, right? So basically this is one of the most important policies for the early game. Then we are going one more choice. First one is Apocalypse upgrade, which increases the limit capacity, and healthcare reforms, the oldest policy in the game, which gives us elixir production speed. And as always, same as here, if you are playing the game frequently, if you will be online like every day a couple of times, my advice would be to go for elixir production speed, because that's how you're gonna resurrect your troops from the hospital. Elixir capacity limit can be fine, but that's more for the people who are not logging in every hour or every 2 hours in the game. Stockpile days and medical progress, I'm going for daily resource healing yet again, because I like this policy. Every single season they are making it better and better. Then we are having one more important decision. Here we are kind of on the mid game, right? And here, together for the glory, shared honor, break wall, thundering stampede, and undialing army. This line, like this one line, is only for infantry and for cavalry players, right? Simply because this is these policies for the army groups, and army groups are available for only infantry players and infantry marches and cavalry marches, right? So basically, if you are not going to fight with the army groups, or you are not an infantry or cavalry player, you generally don't care about these ones, right? Because every single one of them is affected whenever you are in army group, right? So for me as an archer and mage player, I'm not going to put too much attention towards the army group policies, because that's not gonna give me any effect, right? So basically, if you are cavalry and if you are infantry, you would love to have everything here on the max, because I think you are going to have a lot of benefits if you are running with the army groups, right? And here we have also a choice. I think one will be for cavalry, second one will be for infantry. That's the thing which I'm speaking, right? And bottom here we are going to have buried bones, make a way. That's not the newest policies, and share the road, right? Legion march speed is especially good for the ranged units. That's like already kind of mid game, because we are already here making decision which type of player we are. If you are infantry and cavalry, you are going up, and if you are archer and like ranged player, you are going down and you are moving towards the epic section, right? Epic section of the policies. Here we have some newest policies which is connected to the feature of the game, which is the was the fellowship section, right? And first one is double-edged sword. After launching a rally attack, damage dealt by rally and garrison legions on both sides increased by 10% every 30 seconds, up to maximum of 100%. Unfortunately, all the rally and garrison things are more relevant for the pay-to-win players, because they are the ones who will hold the rallies and start the rallies and hold the garrison, right? So basically, these are more effective for pay-to-win players. Express transport: when your legion is routed, spend exchange coins to immediately recall them to your city. This is also the newest policy with the connection of the newest feature of the game, so we will see how effective it will be. Third-party discount: receive a discount when purchasing items for other fellowship members in merit store. That's another additional effect for the fellowship system, which we should see how good it will be in general, right? And this all these three policies, double-edged sword, third-party discount, and express transport, is totally connected to the fellowship system, which means this will be mandatory to unlock and upgrade, right? Next one, we are already going to the section of the fighting, and here we have counter infantry, counter cavalry, we have counter marksmen and counter mages, right? It depends which kind of playstyle you are playing. For example, for myself, as an archer player, I'm going to counter infantry, because that's the troop type which is really, really annoying, and especially as an archer, especially as a Nico and Kinara player, who likes to give enemies defense break, especially infantry enemies. Of course, I'm going to go for the counter infantry. And here for the different choice, I'm going to be counter magic, because I'm a archer main, and I want to deal as much damage as possible to mages, because mages will have higher range than archers in this season. Of course, if you are mage player, you want to go to the counter marksman, but it's the first choice. I'm pretty sure almost every single range player is going to choose counter infantry, because they are really, really annoying, right? After that, we are having one more big milestone. Finally, we are in the military expansion 2 section. Yet again, one of the most important policies out of all, because the military expansion allows us to have higher troop count. Higher troop count means higher merits, higher damage, and in general higher impact. So one of the most mandatory ones, if you are here, try to get 15 levels as fast as possible, right? Administrative excellence, another warp and warrant policy, which gonna give us 2 or 3 more warrants, which is pretty good. And the last choice into the epic section of the policies, here we have, as always, like governance direction we need to choose. But the difference between the last one and this one, here we are not seeing any attack, defense, or HP bonuses, right? Benevolence is like 50 million limit, 50k daily elixir production, resource healing cost 5%, and prestige gain 10%. Here we have daily resource healing quantity limit 1 million, daily elixir production 20k, minus 10% elixir production speed, and elixir capacity limit 100%. Here we have 20 million limit, 5 million daily resource healing quantity, 20% resource healing cost, and stamina limit bonus. If you are fighter, of course you are going to go toward diligence, and that's the one which I'm for sure going whenever I will be at this stage of the game, right? I think out of all the experiences we got from the governance directions, we can easily understand which one fits to our playstyle. So understand your playstyle, what are you going to do in this KVK, and then you're gonna choose the way how you're gonna perform. As a fighter, as a PvP player, I'm going to go for diligence, and I'm pretty sure if you are PvP player also, you are going to go for diligence too, right? And finally, we are to the section of the legendary policies, and even here we might see some new faces, right? First of all, we're gonna have here the choice, palliative care or glorious death. Palliative care gives us gain 1 elixir for every one of your level 4 units that die, and gain 1 merit for every one of your level 4 units that die. Well, basically it's pretty same, right? There is nothing different, just different name. I guess you're gonna choose whichever you want, right? But especially for players like me, I don't want to lose any single player because I'm a free-to-play player. So as a free-to-play player, you don't want to lose troops. But even if you do, it's better to get something benefit, which will be in our case 1 more elixir, right? That's the newest one. The light, the beacon, increase damage dealt by rallies. Of course, for pay-to-win players, because those ones are the ones who are running the rallies. And here we have garrison again, 1 more pay-to-win like policy, right? And here we have daily elixir production speed. I would go for elixir production speed if you are online frequently. If not, you are going for elixir daily elixir production. And here also daily resource healing 20k. The daily resource healing in percentages, and I always like to choose everything which is going to be in percentages, right? The next one, we are heeding the call, reduce the cooldown of Legion teleport, right? That's the newest one, and cooldown will be on the teleportation almost like 2 minutes, right? 3 minutes. Basically, this is the 3 minutes. So if you're gonna unlock this policy, we're gonna reduce the teleport cooldown to 3 minutes. Bitter End Legion deals 5% more damage when both sides in battle have this policy enabled. 2% of both sides, severely wounded units will die. We need to mention that you can click and unclick this policy, which means if you will need it, you will turn it on. If you don't actually need it, you can turn it off. And basically that's all the policies which we have in Dragonfall. And actually I can see some different names because of the feature of the game for the Dragonfall, and I like the army group section, which gives us different direction to the game, and the counter cavalry and counter marksmen in general, like counter things are pretty good, right? But honestly, the most important thing for policies are the military expansion policies, which is increasing our troop count and plus elixir production speed and resource healing, right? Hospital and troop count is the most important, as always, from the policies section. I hope my explanation was simple and easy, because what I just said I'm going to use for myself. And of course, if this video helped you, press like, subscribe, share. We are going to have a lot of content in the Dragonfall, right? As always, thanks for watching. I wish every single one of you amazing day, morning and night, wherever you are. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.